Hi everyone. Today we have a perfume video, and this is a continuation of my series of my perfume collection. And I call this a collection, but really it's a perfume wardrobe because these are the fragrances that I own and wear. These are not things I collect. So today we're going to be talking about musky, clean, and powdery scents. These are the ones that I have over here. These are the ones that I reach for a lot because I do like to wear fragrances that are rather effortless, and I think cleanliness is always effortless. So these tend to be a frequent reach for me. And we can start in the back with Jovan scents. I don't have a lot in my perfume wardrobe that is very affordable, but these are some of the most affordable fragrances and some of the ones that I buy the most frequently and I have been wearing the longest. I think with a lot of budget perfumery, unfortunately, you do run into quite a synthetic, plasticky feel. That happens with expensive perfumes as well, so that's not exclusive to budget perfumery, but it's just more frequently encountered in budget perfumery, at least from what I have smelled so far. Now, these two are absolutely not that. There is no plastic undertone. These are very straightforward, very clean scents. The two over here, the Jovans, are Eau de Cologne, both of them. One is white musk and the other one is the original musk. Let's start with the original musk. This is the ultimate cleanliness perfume. It is an Eau de Cologne concentration, so it's very lightweight. It's not going to weigh you down. It's going to be easily applied in any weather and in any temperature, which I appreciate. But because it's an Eau de Cologne, it's not going to wear a ton, which can be also disappointing if somebody really enjoys perfumery that is in your face and packs a punch and lasts forever. So usually the fragrances that last a very long time are also quite concentrated and have a big throw. Usually, not always, but usually. And unfortunately that results in kind of a olfactory assault on the surrounding area. So it can be difficult for others who have trouble with perfumery tolerating very powerful scents. People get headaches, etc. So I found that with other toilettes and other colognes, that happens a lot less. So you can get away with wearing a fragrance that is closer, sitting closer to your body and doesn't radiate very far away. Of course, that means that not everybody can smell you, but on the other hand, it's kind of odd to force your personal smell taste onto people who aren't even that close to you. That's what Eau de Cologne and Eau de Toilette is for. Eau de Cologne especially. These are very lightweight, probably not going to insult anyone, and are very well tolerated by others. But on the other hand, they obviously do not last very well, so beware of that. So Jovan Musk is such a classic. It's been around, I believe, since the 70s. It's a very, very old scent, and one of my absolute favorites. I must have. It's a scent of clean, high-end soap. It's a scent of freshly dried laundry that was out drying in the sunshine. It's this beautiful cleanliness that is packed in here, and that's the very, very clean musk that's talking. If you like a very clean musk, I think you need to know about Jovan Musk if you don't already. I find it hard to believe that a lover of musks is not going to know about Jovan, but Jovan Musk is such a basic, such a first off, such a must-have for musk lovers. Now, Wild Musk by Petit is another one that I absolutely adore. It's a genius scent. I wish it was sold in an Eau de Toilette or maybe something a little bit more concentrated because it's a little too fleeting, but it's beautiful. I love Wild Musk by Petit. Jovan Musk occupies a similar niche for me. So does White Musk. If you like extreme cleanliness, Jovan Musk is the way to go. If you like a bit of a slightly talky powder along with cleanliness, then White Musk is the thing for you. So this is for people who do like this touch of baby powder. It's not overwhelming. It's not gross. This is a very tolerable baby powder. So don't rule it out. Even if you're like, baby powder, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. So it doesn't wear as long, but because of the baby powder quality of it, it does stick around for longer. So if you're a fan of really powdery scents on a clean musk, then Jovan White Musk is going to be a good pick for you. And that baby powder quality of it is not synthetic. It's really rather authentic. And I think you're going to like it. Now, this is not the favorite of the two for me. I really like Jovan Musk more because baby powder is not necessarily something that I do reach for a ton, but it's a good night scent, like bedtime scent, and it's a good after shower scent, and it does trigger that feeling of extreme cleanliness if you're after that. I mean, this is a very, very beautiful formulation. It wears okay, especially for the eau de cologne, and baby powder touches, ever such gentle touches of baby powder. Check out Jovan Musk if you're into that. A fragrance that I cherish and I'm running out of probably relatively soon. I'm babying it. I am really like trying to be sparing with this guy because I find it very difficult to look for and to find. This is Prada Eau de Parfum Absolu from the Infusion d'Iris line. So most people who like powdery scents are familiar with the Infusion d'Iris or Infusion d'Iris from the Prada line. It's a very, very popular scent. Eau de Parfum, Eau de Toilette. I like both of them. They're very, very gorgeous. They are green. They are cool. They are a bit aloof. Very, very beautiful powdery scents. Now this, guys, is the Eau de Parfum Absolu. So this is a little bit of a different formula with a lot more rounded edges. So the green quality of it is downplayed, and there's a lot more tonka, vanillic sort of softness and femininity that comes through, and lots of iris cosmetic powder that comes through. So just absolutely a gorgeous formulation. I wish I had more of these. This is my second bottle. I've already finished up one. This is the second one, the last one I own. I don't have any more backups anymore, but I feel like this is probably my favorite Infusion d'Iris formulation out of everything that I've tried. And I think I tried all of them, at least as far as I was alive and kind of an adult. So the Absolu, if you can get your hands on it, and if you like powder, this is going to be such a treat. You're going to probably be pretty happy with it. I find it difficult to find, so I can't have backups. If I do see it somewhere, I will pick it up. I refuse to pay extortionate prices on eBay. And I'd like to hear from you. Do you have something in mind that is similar to the Infusion d'Iris Absolu? I will be repurchasing the Eau de Toilette, probably, maybe the Eau de Parfum. I'll have to decide Eau de Toilette or Eau de Parfum of the Infusion d'Iris because I do like them. So if you could let me know if you know something similar to this guy, I would be very grateful because I'm kind of looking forward to maybe finding something similar because this particular flanker is getting difficult to find. Then we have this perfume. This is Guerlain Petit with the blue label. There's also a pink label. It's different. I'm talking specifically about the blue label. This is really not a perfume for everyone. This is going to be ideal for those of you who have a predisposition to liking something very natural smelling, very close to skin, like a skin scent of some sort, instead of something very big and bold. It's for those of you who have sensitivity to perfumes, or you don't want something very in your face. You want something a little bit more discreet and a little bit more personal and private and close to skin. So the whole point of Petit Guerlain is to emulate a baby smell, a smell of a newborn baby. This freshness, this clean, beautiful new skin kind of scent. That's what Petit Guerlain is supposed to do, and that's what it does. Now, this guy has a bit of lavender undertones. It's a very, very clean musk with a little bit of freshness from the lavender. There's this very ethereal, powdery quality to it. It's extremely see-through, almost transparent, and very delicate. It's an extremely delicate fragrance. I think geniusly composed. I really like what it does, but it's not typically what people look for in a fragrance, because typically people look for like extreme longevity, extreme sillage. Lots of people like something sweet or gourmand, which is not what this does. But what this does is something a little bit more elevated, a little bit more delicate, a little bit more aristocratic and intellectual. It's a very soft, beautiful skin scent. If you're into those kinds of fragrances, I think Petit Guerlain will do very, very good things for you if you can get your hands on it. Alternatively, if you're on a budget, then something like Jovan Musk does a similar thing. Now, they're not similar in terms of composition whatsoever, but they are both sort of clean skin scents. If that's what you like, I think you will find it here. Then I have another powdery creation from Guerlain, and this is Insolence Eau de Toilette. I have owned the Eau de Parfum before, back when it was in this sort of geometric flower sort of bottle. Now they put it out in the bee bottles, which I'm fine with. I really like bee bottles. I have no problem with them. And the other bottle was kind of awkward anyway, so I'm not missing it. However, Insolence is something that I've had in my possession for years, just in different versions, and I did settle into the fact that Eau de Toilette works the best for me, mostly because Eau de Parfum does carry a little bit more of that powdery sweetness. So if you like a much sweeter powder, I would go to the Eau de Parfum. It's sweet violets. Now, Eau de Toilette is lighter on the sweetness, and the violets are a little bit more delicate and lightweight. Whereas with the Eau de Parfum, you have very heavy sweet violets. So it depends on what you're looking for and how it opens up on your skin. Now, on my skin, sweet scents usually are amplified and magnified and just are more in your face. So I prefer to avoid them because it's not a pleasant sensation for me to be smelling super sweet. I don't like that. And given the fact that my skin does do that to fragrances, so it like brings out the sweetness out of any kind of sweet notes that are there. The Insolence Eau de Parfum was way too sweet for me, and a little bit jarring, too sweet. Now, Eau de Toilette is a much more, it's still quite sweet, so this is kind of on the borderline for me. If it was any further into the sugary territory, I would be not pleased with it. But it's not a sugary edible quality. It's more of a sort of violet candies, vintage violet candies. Very pretty, very feminine, very boudoir, old Hollywood, delicate ingenue sort of situation. So it's a very beautiful fragrance, and I think the color of the fragrance, this very delicate pale pink, reflects in how it's supposed to come across. So very beautiful fragrance. I think if you don't mind a bit of sweet violets and you like the delicate cosmetic powderiness of it, you will be really pleased with this, because the scent itself, I mean, it's beautifully constructed. It's just the fact that if it was a touch less sweet, it would be even more ideal in my mind. But I guess it depends on how it wears on your skin. So Eau de Toilette is my choice from that line. I would probably not go back to repurchase Eau de Parfum, and there were a few other flankers that were very, very attractive. So I'm going to be happy to try any other flankers that the line presents with. Another Guerlain scent that I have here, because Guerlains do powders very, very well, is L'Instant Magique Eau de Parfum. So L'Instant is a line that I definitely do respect and definitely like a lot. It's a powdery violet scent to begin with, but the original one is really heavily based on vanilla tonka base, and it's a more feminine, full-bodied experience. L'Instant Magique Eau de Parfum is a little bit of a deviation from that. Yes, there is this powderiness that is certainly present, but there is a big floral heart to it that is supporting the fragrance. So the powderiness that is here is more floral and less sweet, less cosmetic, less candy. So it's more of a floral, womanly, lightweight Eau de Parfum, and it's very ingeniously created because it is complex. Certainly not a simple, straightforward formulation, but easy to wear nonetheless, which is a hard balance to hit. So quite floral. There is this very delicate powderiness to it, which is very attractive, and it's easy to pull off, easy to wear. This could very well be a daily fragrance for sure. Reach for it and go. It works well in any temperature. So very, very handy perfume. If you like a floral, delicate, and elevated floral powdery scent, I think you might really appreciate L'Instant Magique. So not the L'Instant, not the L'Instant Eau de Toilette, but the L'Instant Magique Eau de Parfum. try it out. This is not my first bottle. It's not my last bottle. I'm sure that I will be a fan of this scent for the years to come. Lastly, we have the big bad bee of them all, which is number 19 Poudre from Chanel. This is probably my favorite powdery scent that I continue to repurchase over many years now. This has the DNA of number 19, so it has the green coolness of it, the aloofness, the don't come hither, watch what you say around me sort of vibe, and down to business sort of vibe, but it does soften it with the very sophisticated irisy powder. So there is this cosmetic powder quality to it for sure, but instead of sitting on the general like floral cosmetic base, it's sitting on quite a green base, which makes it more fresh, cooler, and more holier than thou. This is a holier than thou fragrance, in my opinion. The character wearing this fragrance probably thinks they're better than you in every kind of way. And I think it's a very fun scent to wear. I think it's attractive. I think it's cool. I think it's powdery in the best possible way. And there's this vintage green to it that that is that is quite referential to the 19. However, the powderiness of it makes it extremely modern at the same time. This is a very difficult combination to strike, because it's actually quite hard to make something very timeless and feel modern whenever. Now, 19 Poudre does that. This is not a new release. It's been around for a really long time, but it does do that very well. It feels extremely modern, but elevated and has vintage references. It's very difficult to balance to strike, and number 19 Poudre strikes it well. So if you like a green powder, or if you like a cool, aloof fragrance that isn't too friendly and you want to wear it to work maybe, or you want to leave an impression of a powerful wolf pack leader, then either 19 or Poudre are going to be a good choice for that. I think I do like that vibe a lot, and I wear 19 actually relatively frequently. I'm very happy with the scent, and I will continue to wear it and purchase it. Now, have you tried any of the ones that I have here? If so, which ones, and what did you think of them? Also, what are your favorite powdery scents and clean musk scents? I'm always curious to know, because I'm always on the prowl for new beautiful choices that I might want to grab onto and test out. My very favorite powerful scent, apart from the Poudre, is probably the Balenciaga Paris. I did finish it off fairly relatively recently, so I do need to go back and repurchase a bottle. It's my absolute favorite because it very closely resembles scent of Guerlain meteorites for me, and that's one of the very comforting, cozy scents, which are always calming and always appropriate in my opinion. So that one is not here today, but it will be next time I do a perfume haul probably, because I do tend to buy it, like always have it on hand, buy it as soon as it runs out. So that one we will see again. What is your favorite powdery scent? What is your favorite clean musk? Let us know down below. We're all very curious, and it's always good to have that conversation going and volley back and forth about the scents that we love the most. That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day and good luck. Stay well, stay healthy, and see you later. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.